Rome conquered the world, and that is not poetry, it is history. Stone by stone, road by road, body by body, Rome expanded until its borders touched nearly every known horizon. Kingdoms fell, cultures bent, and entire civilizations were reshaped under Roman law, Roman steel, and Roman discipline. To stand against Rome was to stand against inevitability itself, and yet Rome stopped. Not at an ocean, not at an impassable mountain range, but at a river, the Rhine. Beyond that river lay Germania, a vast land of forests, rivers, mud, and cold. A land Rome looked at, marched into, and then against everything that defined its identity walked away from. So the question is unavoidable. Was Germania not worth conquering? Or was it the one place that revealed Rome's limits? Rome did not conquer because it needed land to survive. Rome conquered because conquest was its bloodstream. Expansion fed the army, the economy, the political system, and the pride of the elite. Victories created heroes. Heroes became senators. Senators became emperors. War was not a phase for Rome. It was a lifestyle. Every successful conquest paid for itself. Gaul delivered land, taxes, and manpower. Egypt delivered grain that fed millions. Hispania delivered silver. The East delivered luxury, trade, and prestige. Rome expected the same from every new frontier. Germania appeared next on the map. To Roman eyes, it looked primitive. No stone cities, no written laws, no centralized power. The people lived in scattered villages, wore animal skins, and worshiped gods Rome did not recognize. They fought fiercely, yes, but so had the Gauls. And the Gauls were crushed. Rome assumed Germania would be no different. That assumption was the first mistake. Germania was not a nation. It was not a kingdom. It was not even a single people. It was a patchwork of tribes, each independent, each proud, each suspicious of the other. There was no capital to capture, no royal family to eliminate, no administrative heart to seize. Conquest, the way Rome understood it, had no clear ending here. The land itself was hostile. Dense forests choked movement. Swamps swallowed men and horses. Rivers flooded unpredictably. Winters were long, dark, and merciless. Roads, the backbone of Roman power, did not exist, and building them required time, protection, and resources that Germania constantly denied. Still, Rome advanced. Legions crossed the Rhine. Forts were built. Patrols pushed deeper. Under Emperor Augustus, Rome believed Germania was already subdued. Governors were appointed. Taxes were discussed. Roman law was prepared. Rome thought the war was over. Then came the forest. In the year 9 of the Common Era, a Roman governor named Publius Quinctilius Varus marched through Germania with 3 full legions. He was not marching to fight a war. He was marching to govern a province. His column was heavy with supplies, camp followers, and confidence. What Varus did not understand was that Germania does not allow occupation. It allows only presence, and only briefly. Harmony is understood. This perfectly. He was a Germanic noble who had grown up under Roman influence. He spoke Latin. He knew Roman tactics. He had served in Roman armies, and he knew exactly how Rome thought. He united tribes that rarely trusted one another. He fed Varus false intelligence. He convinced him of a rebellion that required immediate action, and then he led the legions into terrain where Roman discipline became useless. Rain fell, paths narrowed, formations stretched and broke, shields became heavy with water and mud, visibility vanished, orders were lost, and then the forest came alive. From the trees, from the fog, from the ground itself, Germanic warriors attacked, not in lines, not in formations, but in sudden, violent bursts. Roman soldiers could not maneuver. Cavalry was trapped. Supply wagons became obstacles. For 3 days, the legions were destroyed piece by piece. Not defeated. Erased. 17,000 men died. Eagles were captured. Commanders fell. The legions numbered 17, 18, and 19 ceased to exist forever. Rome never reused those numbers again. When Emperor Augustus received the news, ancient writers say he was shattered. He wandered his palace, crying out for the return of his legions. But Germania does not return what it takes. The defeat at Teutoburg Forest was not just a military loss, it was psychological. Rome had lost battles before, but this loss exposed something far more dangerous than defeat. It exposed uncertainty. Rome responded the only way it knew how. It sent Germanicus, one of its finest commanders, back across the Rhine. He burned villages. killed thousands, and recovered some of the lost eagle standards. Rome proved it could still punish Germania, but punishment is not conquest. Every campaign required enormous effort. Every victory vanished the moment the legions withdrew. Forests regrew. Tribes regrouped. Resistance returned. Rome faced a question it rarely had to ask. What if winning costs more than losing? Germania offered no reward proportional to the price of conquest. There were no great mines, no wealthy cities, no vast agricultural surplus. The people lived simply and valued livestock more than coin. Rome could conquer Germania and gain almost nothing from it. Empires survive on profit. Germania promised only expense. Then there was control. Rome thrived on hierarchy. Orders flowed from emperor to governor to official to citizen. Germania had no such structure. Authority rested on reputation, strength, and loyalty. A leader ruled. Only as long as he could inspire warriors to follow him. There was no single enemy to defeat, no decisive battle that ended resistance. Rome could kill leaders endlessly and still face rebellion the next season. Worse still, Romanization failed. Elsewhere, Rome absorbed conquered peoples by offering them something desirable. Citizenship, trade, lost stability. Germania did not want it. Roman cities felt suffocating. Roman taxes felt humiliating. Roman peace felt like submission. Even those who appeared loyal were dangerous. Arminius himself was proof that Roman education could become a weapon turned inward. Rome realized that Germania could be occupied, but never owned. So Rome made a decision that shaped history. It stopped. The Rhine became the border. Fortifications rose, legions stood guard rather than marched forward. Germania would remain outside the empire, watched, pressured, but never fully claimed. This was not cowardice, it was strategy, but strategy has consequences. By leaving Germania beyond its borders, Rome left it beyond its system. Germanic peoples were not Romanized, they were not integrated. They remained outsiders, close enough to learn, close enough to adapt, close enough to wait. Over centuries, they crossed the border not as conquerors, but as migrants, allies, and soldiers. They served in Roman armies, they settled Roman lands, they filled gaps Rome could no longer fill. And when Rome weakened, those same peoples did not destroy the empire in a single moment. They inherited it. So was Germania not worth conquering? In the short term, Rome was right. Germania would have drained the empire dry. It offered no wealth, no stability, and no final victory. But in the long term, Germania shaped Rome's fate more than many conquered lands ever did. It proved that power has limits, that not every land submits to force, that some victories are too expensive to pursue. Rome did not fail because it was weak. Rome failed because Germania refused to be useful, and that refusal changed the course of history. If this story made you uncomfortable, that is the point. History is not meant to flatter empires. It is meant to expose them. Power does not guarantee control. Strength does not guarantee obedience. And sometimes, the greatest defeat is choosing where to stop. If you value truth over myths, support this story. If you believe empires should be questioned, share it. If you want history told without mercy, follow for more. Because real history does not celebrate power. It reveals its limits.